getting big out. Finally got a call from a blunt with a big out.
We did. That was the one who was
I gotta go cause I got me.
You pulling me closer, but don't waste your time. Don't have any time for all your empty lies. I used to think that you were only mine, but I was blinded by a shallow light. I'll call your friends, I'll let them know that I'm so done with the tragic boys. Tonight I'll get into my zone. I'll dance until the tears are gone. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these tears away. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these fears away. Don't need you. Meeting you just made me realize all the things I used to sacrifice just to please you, just to call you mine. But look at me now, I have the time of my life. I'll call your friends, I'll let them know that I'm so done with the tragic boys. Tonight I'll get into my zone. I'll dance until the tears are gone. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these tears away. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing. dancing all these fears away. Don't need you. Time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these tears away. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love. I'm dancing all these fears away. Don't need you. Bad love, bad love, bad love. No time for bad love, bad love, bad love.
Patience, I'm running out of patience. There's gotta be somebody who can save me. Gotta be someone who feels the same. Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one, only one, only one, only one. someone who feels the same. 'Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one. 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 I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. 'Cause I've been all by myself, got nobody else to help ease my mind. I feel so lonely, so goddamn lonely. Can't be the only one. No, I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one. I can't be the only one, only one, only one. 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 I can't be the only one, only one, only one. Only one, only one, only one.
Well, live here from John Gamble Stadium, continuation of the Mountaineers and the Cox Mill Chargers from the other night when we had the lightning delay, and then rain came in, and it was just not a very good night for football. You know, a lot of people complained, oh, we played in lightning and rain when I was in school, but I'm going to tell you, we had a lot of lightning and a lot of rain this past Friday. Sitting here with Jeff Johnson and Craig Short. Lamont is, where did Lamont say he was going?
Said he's at a conference.
Baltimore, I believe.
Baltimore. Well, we wish him the best of luck, and thank you so much for tuning in as we get ready for the Chargers and the Mountaineers. Just kind of catching you up. Mountaineers up 14-7. 8 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first half. Mountaineers have the ball around the 30-yard line.
We're on the 30. According to the scoreboard, 8:19 left in the second quarter. Third down, 9 to go. On the 30 going in, we're in plus territory. We've got 3 timeouts left. Cox Mill's got 1. And this was coming off, folks might not have been watching Friday. They might have been here. Us having the ball on the 30 comes off of a turnover. We had just created a turnover and got the ball in plus territory. Struggled a little bit on first down, got a little bit back on second, and now we're sitting at 3rd and 9. So what will happen is, and it looks to me we've got the same officials that we had Friday night. So we'll go back out, right back to the 30-yard line, pick up at 3rd and 9, and go from there.
All right, we'll take a break. Stay with us. We've got, I normally would say kickoff, but no kickoff tonight. But we'll resume play here just in a few minutes. So stay with us. Mountaineer pregame. We'll be back right after this. The Mountaineer pregame is sponsored by HSI Land Development, Bridges Hardware, Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA, Hoppers Enterprise, Spake Concrete Products, Point 135 Real Estate, The Gutter Guys, the Albemarle Foundation.
I didn't know if that's a broadcast.
I can pull it down a little bit. Back here live, John Gemmell Stadium, getting ready for the Mountaineers and the Chargers, round number 2. Guys, Labor Day, did we do anything special Labor Day?
Literally on the day today, Labor Day?
Labor Day today, yes,
Worked
sir.
in the house. My wife had a honey-do list.
Nice.
Did you get them done?
Yes, I did.
Good man right there.
That's right. She cooked. I took care of stuff at the house. That was it. What about y'all?
Well, we took, we had originally thought of going to my sister's house and taking the kids swimming, but I got up and fed the dog and looked at the temperature and seen it was 70 degrees and thought, well, maybe not swimming today. So we ended up going to Morganton, downtown Morganton, finding a couple of antique shops and general store and ate, and we had a good time at Morganton.
That was nice.
I don't think I've ever been downtown Morganton.
I don't think I have either. I've been in Morganton for, of course, football, been around Morganton, around East Burke, Burke County area, but just never really spent a lot of time in downtown Morganton. Same thing, about a month ago, we went downtown Lincoln. You know, I hadn't spent much time.
Yeah.
I've been driving through downtown Lincoln, but we went through all the stores and great little downtown area in Lincoln as well.
It's good. Well, I started my day super early, taking some friends to the airport for an international flight for our church, and then I got home and tried to sleep a little bit. Got up, worked out, and like Craig did a honey-do list before playing 9 holes of golf with my son.
Look at there. That's a good ending.
What'd you shoot?
We won't talk about that.
Oh.
Some good and some bad.
Oh. So we got about 10 minutes before we resume play. If everything is according to plan, we'll take another break. We'll be back here. Mountaineer pregame. Stay with us. More to come after this. The Mountaineer pregame is sponsored by HSI Land Development, Bridges Hardware, Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA, Hoppers Enterprise, Spake Concrete Products, .135 Real Estate, The Gutter Guys, the Albemarle Foundation. Back here live at John Gamble Stadium, getting ready for the Mountaineers and the Chargers kicking off here in just a few minutes in the booth here with Coach Kevin Cruz. Kevin, I think he's got looks like he's gotten a haircut.
Cruz is looking good.
Sharp.
Cruz is actually up here looking for food, and I don't blame him. I was looking for some myself. Sorry, Cruzy.
Speaking of food, we want to give a big shout out to Shake and Bake Kitchen and Catering.
Oh, man.
Man, what a great spread we had Friday night.
They spoiled us.
By the time we made halftime, it was slim pickings because everybody seen the food and started eating before then.
Guys,
but that was fine.
I got a question for you. What was better, the potato wedges or mac and cheese?
I'm gonna tell you something. I talked to Drew. Those potato wedges, for people that are listening to this show that are as old as Drew and I and have lived in this area their entire life, just follow me. You'll know what I'm saying. Those potato wedges were as good as the potato wedges were from the Holly Farms in Shelby when they used to do Holly Farms chicken. They were better. They were better. That's what it reminded me of. Shake and Bake Chicken. I got to give them a little plug like Drew did. They are phenomenal. Their food is great. Like Jeff said, macaroni and cheese is some of the best I've ever had.
Burgers were good.
Burgers were amazing. Chicken wings, tenders. They are at 903 Bethlehem Road there in Kings Mountain, right there beside Grandpa's store. In fact, they're part of Grandpa's store. I don't think it's called that anymore. No, but they're good. Yeah. Great food. Call them up. Order some food tonight. That way you have it while you're watching the rest of the game at 704-739-1733. That's 903 Bethlehem Road there by Grandpa's store on Bethlehem. And call them up, 704-739-1733. And if you mention that you heard this ad on Kings Mountain Pregame, they will charge you full price for your meal. There you go. No discounts. How about that?
Well, they'll give you a big thank you.
There you go. They'll thank you. They'll thank you. How about that?
But they do Grubhub.
They do Grubhub, yeah.
And what's the other? DoorDash. So you don't even have to leave your house. Place your order. Check them out on social media. Brian will post some specials they have all the time. So make sure you check out Shake and Bake Kitchen and Catering. Also, a big shout out to all the local establishments that have our game on during the show. I didn't get to do this Friday, and I need to really write down the list. You got the Country Club.
Yep.
You got the American Legion.
Yes.
133 West.
Yes.
There's 2 or 3 more. But we want to thank you for tuning in no matter where you are to KMH Sports, a big presentation of the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. And we'll take another break. We'll let Craig talk about Touchdown Club here in a second.
And Drew, before we go out, we just got a text from our official that is always at home with his feet propped up, Mr. Terry Prince, said we're just filling air. I said, yes, we are, like he does. So there you go, Terry. I just filled some air with your name.
There you go.
There you go.
We love you, Terry.
Stay with us. We're getting ready for action here at John Gamble. We'll be back right after this. The Mountaineer pregame is sponsored by HSI Land Development, Bridges Hardware, Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA, Hoppers Enterprise, Spake Concrete Products, .135 Real Estate, The Gutter Guys, the Albemarle Foundation. Well, the boys ain't on so he's playing what he wants to play. Or he's taking student requests back here live at John Campbell Stadium, talking about the music that my son's actually the DJ up here. We had a conversation when the players were outside, and what was it? It was material. No,
girls just want to have fun. Drew about leapt across the press box to change the song.
I feel like shag dancing right now.
Yeah, this is. I mean, what are we doing here? This is all right.
What are we doing?
What are we doing here?
We got a few minutes before we get action started back again. Once again, KMHS Sports presentation of the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. And with that, I want to give a big shout out to David and Marie Brinkley. I think I want to say they're out of town this week, so they may be listening to us as well. But David and Marie, this show would not be possible without you, and especially Marie, it would not be possible on the road without you. So thank you so very much for giving us the ability to bring this show coast to coast, nationwide, well, worldwide actually.
That's right,
Absolutely.
global. We are
Yeah.
global.
Yeah, that's really amazing, actually, and that's no joke. I mean, all kidding aside, we have each year we love to watch and see where people tune in from, and we have had folks watch from across the globe, and that's pretty amazing. And it is made possible by the Touchdown Club. And remember what I say each time, I can't say it enough. Touchdown Club is for all things Mountaineer, whether it be academic, athletic. They are fully invested here, and they are so invested because of the folks that like you that are listening that are willing to give of their time and their effort and their resources to make the Touchdown Club function. If you are not a member, we encourage you to be one. You can go to kmtouchdownclub.com. You can see Marie or David at one of the ball games or talk to one of us and or Matt Bridges. And please consider joining if you're not there already.
And you know, Craig, it's just a reminder. It's not just football.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
All things Mountaineer.
Things. I mean, women's sports, men's sports.
Yes.
All across our campus.
Yes.
You know, I've heard David say this before. I don't think he'll be mad for me saying this, but he says maybe one of his biggest regrets when they started the organization is they called it the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club and not something that the name itself incorporates. But they do. Anything Mountaineer, they definitely support.
Hey, Drew, I know we're about to start Lamont Littlejohn. If you are listening, I got big shoes to fill. I'm actually up in the booth with the guys tonight. I feel honored to be up here instead of down. So it's good to be with you guys, and Lamont will miss you.
You say that, but you also complained that he stretched out the headphones.
That's true.
You can't get them to stay on your head.
Don't get me in trouble. Those were my words.
Jeff, I'm actually upset that you're not on the field and I can't see those shoes that you normally wear.
Right. I'm saving them for Friday nights.
All right, the offense is getting ready. We'll take our last pregame break, and we'll be back for a Mountaineer football. Stay with us, a presentation of the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club and KMHS Sports. The Mountaineer pregame is sponsored by HSI Land Development, Bridges Hardware, Kimberly Spicer, attorney at law and CPA, Hoppers Enterprise, Spake Concrete Products, Point 135 Real Estate, The Gutter Guys, the Albemarle Foundation.
Right to it.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium, as we get ready for third and 9, second quarter.
I'll be honest, I'm getting used to this, just starting right in the game. There we go.
Take the screen.
Situation.
Yeah. That was the problem the other night. Officials are really checking this year to make sure knee pads are covered or knees are covered. That's what I say. Here's what's aggravating for coach. The boys know the rules. The coach tells them before the game. Tell them multiple times before the game. Check it. Get out there on the field. They move your hands up. Take a hands out. And then you get real sometimes flags. their whole game. And I know the coaches do it. It's the Cox Mills way. Cox Mills is not encouraged. Exactly. That's their nines coming out.
Third and 9 for the Mountaineers.
No section call. So third and 9.
On the carry, number 32, Josiah Hill, there's a flag down on the field.
Right there, and that's what threw it.
On the stop, number 4, Jordan Cleves.
I was going to say, I didn't see the Mountaineers around.
No,
Holding
okay, I didn't
against the Mountaineers.
So it wouldn't have to get hold.
No, but it's a spot foul, so it'll be
You're backing us up?
it's 10 yards on the spot. So I think he'll get from right there. It's just that's why I was like, I thought probably faces but because there were several shots
After the North ball for the penalty,
around their side. So
it'll be third and 15. Check that 14.
Third and about 14. Mountaineers come back up the line.
Armstrong's pass incomplete, intended for Jaden Gash. It'll bring up fourth down.
Intended receiver. Looking for a flag, but didn't get one. It brings up a fourth and 14.
Block offense, block!
Yeah, Gash, I believe. On the outside. I thought we might be going for
No, for it! Bro, I think I heard everyone say I want to
Timeout, Mountaineers.
Timeout, Keith. Timeout. KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
Shelby 21.
Back here live.
North Lincoln 41. Lincoln 20.
That's 7:47. Go here in the second quarter. And in motion, Armstrong back. Yeah, we in. He's got a man open.
Pass incomplete, intended receiver.
And the ball is pitching.
Jalen Gash.
They go first and 10 from the 45. We're down territory from Mountaineers.
And Cox Mill takes over on downs, first and 10.
Maybe just a step over.
Ball marked at the own 34-yard line. Jermaine Franklin on the recovery.
That's got to be frustrating for the Cosmos staff. Come up with a big 4 down stop on defense.
Everybody clap your hands. Come on, guys. Check it out, y'all.
2nd and 26 for the Chargers.
2nd and 26.
On the carry, number 9, Jermaine Franklin. On the stop, Antonio Armstrong. A loss on the play. Back to the 13. Now they moved it to the 14. 3rd and 31 for the Chargers. Pass incomplete, the intended receiver, Jordan Cleves, on the coverage.
And definitely in front position.
Premier candidate and Dakota Smith. 4th down. In the punt for the Chargers, number 89, Tilden Ziegler. Deep for the Mountaineers, number 1, Jaden Gash, and number 4, Jaden Williams.
Ball and right there at the goal line.
You know, speaking of this other line, I was very impressed with their post coverage too. They covered very, very well. So let's see if
All's up, and it's a pretty good punt.
On the return, number 1, Jaden Gash with the flag down on the field. Penalty on the Mountaineers, a blindside block.
that's not allowable anymore. The defender is defenseless. And so it takes a return, puts us on the 3, and puts us all the way back.
After the penalty, the Mountaineers take over 1st and 10 from the Chargers' 40-yard line.
Armstrong Hill back in the backfield. And off the heel, trying to make
Josiah Hill on the carry. There's a flag down on the field. On the stop, number 7, Micah Bright.
Well, all 3 timeouts left in this half.
I'm sure Terry can correct us. What's the rule on that?
Personal foul, face mask against the Chargers.
It is off. There's nothing else on. I don't know either. Well, because all the mics off.
And that's enough for a Mountaineer.
Mountaineers will get 1st and 10. finally moved the chains. I believe a little confusion on the
First and 10 from the 25-yard line.
Over on the right side, looking for some running room, missing one block. Good run. That's
Josiah Hill on the carry. Official timeout. Braden Walters on the stop. A gain of 6 yards on the carry. Second down and 4. Josiah Hill on the carry.
like enough for a good first down. Would be very, very
And that's enough for another Mountaineer.
right here.
On the stop, number 28, Amir Childs.
You're in the second quarter.
First and 10 from the 14-yard line.
I know you've had to do this before. You know, how do you motivate a team to come back and finish a game?
I don't know.
Josiah Hill on the carry. On the stop, number 26, Jacob Moore. A gain of 3, second down and 7 for the Mountaineers.
3 days off.
Ball at the 12-yard line.
Both teams are dealing with that. Hopefully, we can
Bring up a third down.
Pass intended for number 11, Antonio Armstrong. On the coverage, number 4, Jordan Cleves. Third and 7.
Third and 7. On the 12-yard line. Band here tonight. They're cheerleaders. They're not going to play hot. Hill right up the middle.
Hill on the carry. On the stop, number 26, Jacob Moore, and number 28, Amar Childs. It'll bring up a fourth down.
They go by 2 scores.
Matthew Rom coming in to attempt a field goal.
They say it got any better?
They said they have no sound. They could hear Jay, but they couldn't hear us.
They said we're all, we can barely hear us at all.
Then how can they hear Jay?
29-yard field goal attempt.
Some of the camera's got to be getting some up.
No.
That camera?
No, look right here.
The kick is up and the kick is good. And your score with 3:21 remaining in the first half. It's Kings Mountain 17, Knoxville 7.
They got to hear us. That mic is off. It's completely off.
Yeah, no, I trust you. That's what everybody's saying.
It's completely off. So to hear us, they got to hear Jay.
This mic is off.
They said they could hear us.
No, the mic 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's not on.
Everybody was saying
Rom to kick it off for the Mountaineers.
you can't hear us now.
Now the camera has
Cleves and Sales deep for Cox Middle.
I had this problem. And I won't lie.
Jordan Cleves on the return. for the Chargers. On the stop, number 10, Keaton Lenny. And Isaiah Jones, 1st and 10 for the Chargers.
Move, let me get back.
Jordan number 44, Thomas Fair.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. I'll have to see if that's any better.
We're going to try it.
Well, you sound better in my ears.
Yeah, I mean, we sound good to each other. I hope the fans can hear us. We have been trying, so we are trying. We're trying, fans. We're sorry.
Technology.
Yeah, you're
Third and
Carlberg
long.
trying to get out of danger. He's scrambling. Mountaineers will bring him down close to the original line of, well, not the original line of scrimmage, but close to the line of scrimmage.
I'll say
Bring
this.
a third down.
I'm sorry, Drew. I'll say this. Both defenses, just like Friday night, are playing well. Cox Mill has been in a couple of tough situations and been able to get out of it, denying us a couple of scores and only giving up a field goal. So I think we're doing okay, or they're doing great, and our defense is playing phenomenal.
All right, now
Now we're back, apparently. We've been out for a while. Thank you.
clear.
Clear what I'm
All
getting.
right, that's good. Now it's third down and long.
What y'all don't know is when you couldn't hear us, we were talking about you fans.
And that's a timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back right after this.
That was good.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Loos, DR Horson Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, The Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters.
More of me in my ear.
Turn up 3.
Number 3.
Number 3.
That's what I was, yeah.
But you're going to get more of everybody. Back here live, John Gamble. Mountaineers up 2 scores, 17-7. 1:15 to go here. I had to lose the clock camera. 1:15 to go here in the second quarter.
We were just saying how we've got a decent crowd here on Monday night, holiday evening. All right, 3rd and 24. Minute 16 to go in the half.
Carlberg calls his signals. Looks to pass, tries to find a man open over the middle, and he does, but the Mountaineers will wrap him up before he gets too much damage done to bring up 4th down.
That's a great ball and a good route. They're going to be about 2 short. We call timeout. Coach called timeout.
So they'll call timeout. We will too. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football after this. Stay with us.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
Back here live, John Gamble. They're going to punt it away. Ziegler back deep, back to punt. Gash and Williams back deep to receive for Kings Mountain, standing around our own 40-yard line. And to prove your point, they have had excellent special teams protection and coverage.
Well, one of the things that's helped with that, their punter is really good. But like right there,
it's good coverage.
They've got about 7 white shirts around the ball. They close on it great, and I saw that Friday. Their punt team is excellent.
So Kings Mountain to take over 1st and 10. There is a flag somewhere. Take over 1st and 10 from the 46. And,
usually that's against the receiving team. Waiting to find out.
And it does appear we've got the same officials that we had Friday night. I did find out that generally that's the way it is, but they can replace them if the original officials cannot make the game. They actually get double pay.
Yeah, they get paid twice.
So they're going to mark it off against Kings Mountain, holding against the Mountaineers. So two big penalties on return teams that would have, especially the one that would have gone all the way down to around the 3-yard line. Now they move us way back into Charger territory.
Drew, I was making
36.
I was making some notes. What was the penalty of blocking the back?
It seemed like the penalty was thrown. Is not a spot foul? From where we retain possession.
Where we retain possession, yes.
That's right.
52 seconds left to go here in this first half.
How aggressive are you? Offense has struggled a little bit.
I think you can be on this first down. I think it's going to depend on what you get. If you get a decent gain, I think you even more. I wouldn't be surprised to see you throw one to Tex right here. He's in the slot. We got trips set into the boundary here.
Only one safety high.
Oh,
and he'll fake it and
route
throws it right over the top. He's got a man open, and it is in stride to the 10-5 touchdown. Kings Mountain.
I called it.
I'll say this: our receiver on the other end beat his guy clearly too.
So Vaughn on the reception for the Mountaineers by T.J. Armstrong doing the passing.
So Tex was in the slot and ran a wheel route inside. The 2 outside receivers ran across. Tex ran it beautiful. T.J. threw a great ball. He ran those deep posts that pulled your safeties off. So it's single coverage on the outside up the hash. Or up the outside.
Vance Johnson will do the holding. Rom to kick the extra point. And the ball is up. and it is good. So the Mountaineers will put on one more. We'll take a break. We'll be back here. More Mountaineer football right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by the venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water, Christie Cellars with Allen Tate Realty.
So it is.
I know. I got
Nice.
I have a
back here live. John Gamble, Matt Rom getting ready to kick it off to the Chargers.
That was a great play, you know, to end the half, because it's going to be basically probably the close to the end of the half, if not. TJ had a clean pocket. He was able to get the throw off. And Tex, I mean, he's going to be.
He had 5 yards on the
He
defender.
did. And Coach and Drew, that was a great call by Coach Bolton. Like I said, trips into the boundary. We've got the 2 inside receivers running off their coverage, and Tex on a wheel route. Can't cover him.
And it's returnable around the 4-yard line. They'll switch running backs across the 20. He's got a hole, 20, 30,
Good
35, and it's a good return. I'm glad that it was stopped when it was. So the Chargers will take over 1st and 10, looks like from the 30, around the 35-yard line.
Okay, so here, I was about to ask y'all, but I think I remember, and you two, Jeff, you and Drew backed me up. Friday night, we deferred. We won the toss and deferred, right?
We did.
So that means we'll get the ball to start the second half. I had to think back.
Double dip.
Yeah.
You were correct. We started on defense.
Yes. So what this means, I'm sure they're going to try to score. They need to. I would. But again, it's like us. What you get on the first down is going to determine a lot.
Yeah.
34 seconds to go here in this first half. Mountaineer defense has been strong so far during this game. Blitz is on. They'll pull him down. He might get a yard and a half out of the carry.
And they don't have any timeouts left, so they're going to have to
just like Friday night, you saw Antonio timing that snap very well.
Yeah, he did it again.
Franklin on the carry. Odom's on the stop for Kings Mountain.
They're just trying to go to the half because they're not hurrying at all.
And they're in a
wing set. They got their wing inside the tackle on the top side, just for extra protection.
That's Franklin once again throwing it deep. Nobody there. Franklin is not their quarterback.
No.
He's one of their halfbacks.
Yeah, the kid that played quarterback the other night, I don't even know that he's here.
So let's take our break. We'll go to a short version of halftime, and we'll be back right after this. Stay with us.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design,
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Halftime, very short halftime, only 7 minutes at halftime. So I do apologize. We had plans to have our cheerleader coach on tonight, Sarah McComas. We will run that this Friday at the Burns game. The interview was just too long with this shorter halftime, so we will catch up with that Friday. So, and speaking of catching up, Craig, give us kind of a rundown of where we are during the first half.
Sure. So I'm going to go back to what I've got from Friday. I take notes, so I'll have it for the coaches show. Obviously, we didn't do a coach's show this week because we were not finished with the game. We will do a coach's show this Sunday and talk about this game and the Burns game, which we will hopefully play on Friday. We should be. I don't think anything's wrong with that. So in the first quarter, we opened up with a big kickoff return, threw the ball really well. We had a touchdown pass with 11:26 to go for them. I said for them. They were up 7-0. We turned it over on downs, went 3 and out. Didn't really change much through the first quarter. The defense played very well, made a big stand. Got the ball at one time, was on a good drive, and fumbled it right back to them. Second quarter is where the game stopped. We got a touchdown from JoJo at the 9:55 mark, and then we got a turnover by Gash. He stripped the ball, and Dakota recovered it, and we were able to. That's where the game actually stalled and where we stopped. We had scored in the meantime to make it 14-7. So we go to the halftime, the delay at 14-7. We come back. We come back today, turn it over on downs. A couple of drives that were stalled. We had a good punt return negated by a blindside block penalty that put us back. Field goal 17-7 at the 3:20 mark. Then our defense held very well and got the ball back in good position. Even after a penalty on the punt or the kickoff, the punt return, we were able to throw. I didn't get the yardage. I have to get that from Gary. A really nice pass, like I said, from TJ to Tex. Tex ran a wheel route up the numbers and scored to give us the lead at the half at 24-7. And we will start the second half with the ball.
So we'll take a halftime break. Stay with us. We've got about 4 minutes before we get ready to go again. More Mountaineer football right after this.
The Mountaineer Halftime Show is sponsored by Ben Engel and OnQ Financial, KM Elite, Audio Video Designs,
Back here live at John Gamble Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in. Shortened halftime as we get ready for the second half of action.
Drew, we got confirmation from Gary and Jeff helped us. The touchdown pass from TJ was a 64-yarder to Tex.
So Mountaineers are trying to get out of here if everything plays right and go one-on-one on the season. The other game that we are looking for is the Crest and Burns game, which I think they're starting at 7 tonight.
I think so, and if I'm not mistaken, I think they got to halftime.
What was the score of that game?
If I recall, and don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure it was 26-14 Crest, and I do believe they got to the half. So, like Drew said, it will start at 7, so that one will start like with a normal half to go, and it is at Crest.
Okay.
Now let's talk about since we've got a minute here.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. Well, maybe I was surprised a little bit, especially after their big opening win and the other team's big opening loss. What about those Yellow Jackets?
How about that?
Well, you call it an upset? Well,
No.
You would have to because Bessemer City, of course, is 118.
I see what you're saying.
And North Gaston, of course, is a 318. And I hear the game was back and forth all night long.
And it looked like it was a great game with the score. Yeah. I mean, I think the final was 28-27. So that was a great win for Shane. And I know that was, obviously they stayed in the game. It was 8-7. What was impressive to me is it was 8-7 when they called it for weather. So that shows you just how much.
They played this, Saturday morning?
At 10 o'clock.
Yeah. 10 o'clock.
So,
yeah,
I mean, that's impressive. So that was a good win. I'll tell you another one that I couldn't figure out. I saw the score for the South Point Charlotte Christian game, and what I saw was that Charlotte Christian won it in double overtime. And then I saw in the Gazette yesterday or Saturday late that they had called it a no contest. So I don't know what that was.
That's home cooking.
Yeah.
That's home cooking over there. So that's what.
Yeah, yes. I knew the High Brighton Hunter Huss was a no contest. And Jay just confirmed that on the intercom.
Well, we've got a minute to go before we get started back again. Let's take another halftime break. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football in the second half is still to come. Stay with us.
The Mountaineer Halftime Show is sponsored by Ben Engel and On-Q Financial, KM Elite, Audio Video Designs,
At the student section. Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Getting ready for the second half of action. And, of course, Mountaineers will get the ball starting out this second half. Thank you so very much. Pretty decent crowd. No band or cheerleaders. And really not a bad crowd for a Monday night for the second half of this game for, on the other side for Cox Mill.
And I'll say this, Drew, I know we're only doing drinks and candy, but the line looks like 4 rows, 10 people deep over there.
Well, I don't know if he had the staff that he normally would have had on Friday.
Gotcha.
I talked to Coach Sellers earlier, and he had no idea what kind of crowd he would run into.
Well,
just candy and drinks tonight, no pizza. Couldn't do pizza because Jim and Jay's is closed, and just didn't have the staff to pull off hamburgers and hot dogs and nachos and all that good stuff that you normally would have, and 2, didn't know what kind of crowd we would have either.
Yeah.
Of course, the gates the gates today are open, so no tickets. Looking for ticket stubs or anything. They are doing the metal detectors, and that's kind of we've done the wand before, but we actually have metal detectors lined up now, just as Cleveland County Schools policy, and we're adhering to that just to make everything safe here in John Gamble Stadium. We'll take our last break as we get ready for the kickoff of the second half. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come right after this.
The Mountaineer Halftime Show is sponsored by Ben Engel and On-Q Financial, KM Elite, Audio Video Designs,
Is back here live, John Gamble, as we get ready for the second half of action. Both teams stretching, getting ready for this second half kickoff. Big hats off to Mike Gann. Come up here and work on his Monday off as our camera operator. We don't have I did give the night off to our field camera crews, but we'll have all that back in action here Friday. Hopefully the scoreboard will work then. And
we appreciate the whole team, but, Mike's always volunteering.
Yeah.
He says you need something, he's here. So Gann's got it. We appreciate you, Mike.
Calling for a little bit of weather at the end of the week, Drew, so it could affect. I don't think it'll
Friday.
affect us playing, but I think we could be wet.
Is cooler weather coming in?
Yeah, starting Wednesday.
Well, we personally won't be wet.
No, we won't.
Well, those of you that are in the booth.
Jeff,
Well,
don't wear your
two out of 3.
Ain't bad. 2 out of 3.
Jeff, don't wear your new shoes Friday, just in case.
What is
I
that
will not.
Meatloaf song? 2 out of 3.
2
bad.
out of 3, yeah.
As the young people say, I don't want to mess up my drip.
I don't even know what that means. I have no clue.
Well, I'm learning.
Oh,
My son.
more Mountaineer football to come. Stay with us. We'll be back right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
Back here live, good shot of head coach Straight Heron maybe some nice words of encouragement.
Is that what we call it?
That's what we'll call it right now. 'Cause
We'll
I
call,
have no
we'll call
idea.
it coaching him up.
I think Coach Aaron is fired up by the cult of personality that's blaring over the speaker like we are.
I'm
We're up
fired
here.
up. I'm
We're
here,
jamming up here in the press box.
Eardrums. I wanted to sing the song.
I don't know. I can't remember if we've played it or not. But one thing that Coach Herron, when he started here, when he learned that I was kind of in charge of stadium music, asked the only thing he said, you can play anything you want to, but at the end of the game, I want Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffett, that's right.
So I have a Jimmy Buffett song lined up, win or lose, that we'll play after. Well, we won't have the school song tonight because we don't have the band. So we will have Jimmy Buffett.
We'll see if he personally enjoys the choice that you choose tonight.
Second half kicks it off. We'll return around from the 2-yard line up to the 10. Crossing the
there.
20. Got a nice block. Looking for no flags. He's still on his feet to the 50. He'll make it all the way. Looks like to the 48-yard line. 1st and 10 Kings Mountain, and very good field position. And I see no laundry on the field. So the Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from there.
Gash came up a little gimpy. Looking at that right ankle right now. It's a weapon we cannot afford. It's not going to hold him out.
So it looks like we've got our first string offense back on the field. Armstrong as your quarterback, Hill as your halfback. 4 receiver set. Armstrong looking, little shallow pass out to Hill. He makes a move to cross the 45 to the 40-yard line. He'll cross the 40 and get looks like a first down. He got about 11 yards on the carry.
I like that call. I like that call at the start of the drive. Get your quarterback a little more, get them back in rhythm after the half.
Well, I like the fact that he actually looked down the field and then checked down to your halfback.
I think the more time he spends in the pocket, he's going to get comfortable going to that first, second, third read.
Trip set up top, single receiver this side is Tex. Coming down
Hand
the
off
block.
to Hill, left side. He's got a hole to run through, misses 1 or 2 tackles. He'll manage to get maybe 8 on the carry, maybe 9.
He's over on that left side right there. That was a great run, of course, by Josiah. But blocking, I mean, the play is set up by the left tackle, Big Jack Kaiser, with a great block and guard. Simone, I'm going to make sure I say his name right, Samarian Dawkins, played really well. Got on their men and maintained their blocks, and that opened up the hole.
4 receivers set again, 2nd and 1. Armstrong quick in the pocket. He recovers, breaks down, so he takes off, still on his feet, didn't even slide. He'll pick up the first down and then some, maybe about 6 yards on the carry, and that's a first down, Mountaineers.
TJ's big and strong, but I still think he'd want to pick up that first down and just get down.
Yeah. 10:37 in the third quarter. Horse set, 2 receivers top and bottom, single setback with Gash.
Checking the protection.
You're seeing this a lot. I saw it a lot on Saturday college football. Guys getting the line quickly, then looking back at the coaches for the call.
Armstrong again, quick out to the right side, has his
Tex.
man, that's number 15, that's Tex to the 10, still on his feet.
He's down to about the 8.
Boy, he's hard to bring down.
So a bit of 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. Mountaineers on the move, trying to put 6 more on the board. What was it? What's Little John's favorite reservation for 6?
Yeah, I like that. 10 minutes and counting in the third.
So 1st and goal.
Hand off to Joe.
Handoff right up the middle. He'll push the pile all the way to the goal line. He might have made it down. Flag on the play. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Not flag on the play. That was a glare. So bring up 2nd down.
So there
5.
There again, Drew, from here, it looked like Samarian Dawkins, the guard on the left side, did a great job sealing his man and turning him out. And then allowing that with Braden, our center, opening it up there in the A-gap. And Joe had a good gap to run through.
He's a sophomore.
Yeah.
So right up the right side. He'll around student body right. He'll make it into the end zone. Where's the signal?
There it is.
Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Oh, we got a late flag coming across the field.
Flagged him for
celebration.
flagged him for spinning the ball.
I seen him practicing that. So
Yeah.
Why would you practice it?
well,
I mean, shouldn't flag us if we've practiced it. Maybe we didn't tell the official we've been working on it. They can take it
it's
here.
kind of like a hidden ball trick. You got to kind of let the official know that it's coming.
We're gonna spin the ball on a touchdown just to let you know. I know.
The NFL guys try that and it still doesn't work.
I know. I'm just joking. I know it's a penalty. Terry, don't text me.
Oh, it's coming.
He's gonna say it's a good call. Ooh, holding? No.
That's illegal substitution. So I don't know why he signaled that. Well, they'll call it a delay because
after the play
spinning the ball. They'll put it on the kickoff.
So it's only 5 yards?
They'll take it on the kickoff.
Yeah.
Yep, on the kickoff. So Matt Rom will line up for the extra point. 9 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in his third quarter. Vance Johnson will hold. Gabe Cooper will snap. And it's up, a little low, but it's good. Mountaineers will tack on one more. We'll take a break. Stay with us, more Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by the venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water, Christie Cellars with Allen Tate Realty.
Kick it off. Mountaineers lead at 31-7. 9:07 remaining in the third quarter. Jordan Cleves and Marcus Sales.
Back here alive. Matt Rom gets ready to kick it off after the penalty. He'll tee it up from the 35-yard line. Well, with Matt Rom's leg, maybe it was worth the delay of game penalty on the touchdown.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. We had this situation in the Shelby game. We got backed up and he kicked off and he still knocked it down to the end zone. So let's see if he can get a hold of one right here.
Mountaineers ready to kick off. Defense has played excellent. And the ball is up. It's going to be a little bit shorter than normal. He'll take it from the 5-yard line. They'll switch receivers. He's got a block or two.
How is that not a call?
No penalty. He'll get stopped right across the 30-yard line. So the Chargers will take over 1st and 10 from the 32 and try to go all the way down.
The white hat had his hand on his flag.
He did.
Ready
He let
to
it
throw
go. He let it go.
I think maybe he would have thrown it if the return got downfield some.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. 8:56 to go here in this third quarter. Mountaineer football presentation of the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. Handoff to number 22, met at the line, maybe even lost a yard or two.
I'll say since that very first drive to open the game Friday night, where they got a couple chunk plays, our defense has been lights out.
They have. And you know, if you think about it, Jeff, even on the drive that they scored on, it was set up by the long kickoff return.
Correct.
We just had busted coverage. Mm-hmm. And you're right. I mean, we've settled down, and they've not been able to handle the pressure we've put on them.
We've been in the backfield.
We have.
Consistently.
But as I said earlier, except for the last two drives for us, their defense has played well too.
I agree. Oh.
Franklin once again trying to get out of trouble. He'll get a few yards on it, bring up a 3rd down and maybe 4. Once again, that is Franklin. Jermaine Franklin Jr., number 9.
You think that perhaps they made a coaching decision to put a little bit more of an athletic player back there because of our rush?
Maybe so, but I'm looking, and I don't even see Cunningham
See him
here
dressed
tonight.
out? Yeah.
I don't even see him. And that could have been the reason why they were hesitant to come back and play.
It's interesting.
Look at that, trick play.
So trying to make it to the edge, he'll be pushed out of bounds. It depends on where the spot is, whether they got it or not.
I like that.
It's kind of a wild card without any blockers.
They threw it out there to him.
So he's going to be maybe a yard and a half short of the first.
They got to go for it here. They're punting.
So 4th down.
I'd go for it.
They'll at least.
They'll line up for the punt.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. They got the Wildcat.
Same play.
Yep, same thing. It's almost like it is an open bucket. It's what it is.
They've got a play, too, to throw it out to here, I'm sure, to 22. Little option
He'll take
play.
it himself.
Oh, my
and
goodness.
Big play. He's
They weren't
in open field.
It's coming back.
And flag on the play.
They weren't set over here. Was a heck of a play, though. That's why so many teams run the swinging gator to the open bucket, because all of those guys are eligible. You got the guy behind the line that's eligible. You got the quarterback or holder or whatever you want to call it, and the receiver up top. The problem is he didn't watch them to get set over here, and they were moving.
So that'll bring them back 5. You think that'll play into their play call?
I think they'll have to punt it now because it'll be 4th and 6.
7:25 to go here in this fourth quarter.
But I could be wrong.
Not sure you got much to
Third
lose.
quarter. Forget what quarter we're in. We're still in third quarter. 31-7, maybe a little bit of urgency is involved, but Cox Mill is not out of this ball game.
No.
So 4th and 6, and they're
doing it again.
They'll bring their same offense right back up.
I mean, outside of the procedure call over here.
And so most of the fans watching will probably say, they've seen this only like on extra points.
And it looks like we'll have timeout, Kings Mountain.
And I'm going to be honest with you, we're not lined up right against it to defend it because we're not used to it. So
let's take a break. We'll be back right after this timeout.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Loos, D.R. Horson Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, the Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium, third quarter, 7:25 to go. Coming out of a timeout called by Kings Mountain. Kings Mountain will have 2 left, Cox Mill all 3. So 4th and about 5, maybe a long 5 for Cox Mill. They'll line back up in that same formation.
Yeah. They're all.
So the center snap and the ball is
the
an
center's eligible.
Receiver.
Receiver's eligible up top. The 2 in the backfield are eligible, and this guy here is too.
So they'll go with the pitch man. Oh, he's in trouble. He's trying to now he's trying to throw the ball. He gets the ball off, and I think it is caught, but he's going to lose yardage either way.
Actually, what he should have done was kept running this way, but he didn't see that.
Neither here nor there at this point.
Or try to kick the ball.
Oh.
Yeah, he could have kicked it too. As crazy as that sounds, he could have punted it.
So the Mountaineer offense come back on the field. Perfect field position, 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Kings Mountain. So we're up 31-7.
7:20 left in the third quarter.
With 31-7, do you stay with T.J. Armstrong and give him as much practice as you can?
Absolutely at this point.
Right over the middle, it is caught.
Down to the 10-yard line.
Gash has been looking for that ball all night long and finally in his hands.
Not only do you, Drew, but go back to your point, not only do you do that, you do it because you're trying to work on your timing. Because all of us in here know, and we've seen it on our 2 games, offense takes so much longer to get your timing down. Defense is easier to get it down.
Hill right up the middle. He's got a little running room. Flag on the play.
Procedure.
Yep. TJ throws a very catchable ball. He throws
does.
a tight spiral. I think this season what we've seen is him short a little throw, a little too strong when he's needed just to kind of not played in there.
I agree, and I think it's like what Lamont's talked about a few times. A lot of times he doesn't get set the way he's supposed to, and he gets a little bit of happy feet and sets back on the back foot and throws, yes, and so it makes it it takes the zip off some. I think we were set up top, but we moved prior to the snap. So double
illegal
motion.
Shift.
Would that have been on one of the receivers up top, maybe?
Yeah. I think he took off. Like I said, I think they were set, but then they moved too soon.
Once again, we're here, county rivalry Friday night, 7:30. Burns will come from the other end of the county into John Gamble Stadium. Always a good county rivalry game. And it'll back up Kings Mountain. Looks like maybe 2 penalties on it. Illegal shift against Kings Mountain.
Dead ball.
And personal foul against Kings Mountain. So
I didn't see that.
Well, probably what happened, somebody probably mouthed. So it's 20 yards in penalties because the dead ball will also be assessed.
Yep.
So we're kind of where we started a few minutes ago before the big play. First down. And 31 yards.
Should be first down. The scoreboard says second down.
Yeah, it should be first.
Now they move it back to the 31. First and 30.
TJ Armstrong once again, quick pass out.
Pass caught by number 11.
That's Antonio Armstrong. They'll give him the reception, but not a huge one. He'll get it maybe 2-3 yards and bring up second down.
Cox Mill brought pressure right there, and it got through, not all the way through to TJ, but it did cause him to rush his throw a little bit. So we've got horse set, 2 receivers into the boundary, 2 up top, or dubs as you'll call it. TJ's
Armstrong
looking
in the pocket.
Oh.
He's going to get swallowed up. Just hold on to the ball. Bring up third down. He'll lose maybe 5 yards on it.
So what you call that there, folks, is a coverage sack.
Gash was covered by 2 over here. Top receivers really didn't get open either.
Yeah, and we didn't have a chance to get rid of the ball.
So 3rd and 33.
Be good for us to pick up 10 to 15 yards.
I think if we get
maybe
10 or
a
15
chance.
for a field goal,
Yep.
I agree. Gash down the side.
Airs it out.
Too much.
Overthrown about 5 yards. Incomplete. Bring up 4th down.
Good coverage.
Armstrong wanting maybe a late hit call, but doesn't get one. They'll send in the punt team.
Punt team. Little pooch punt right here. Hope Vance can get one. Get a lot of air. And our guys get down there to cover it and down it inside the 10, hopefully.
5:27 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 31-7, Mountaineers lead.
So what's better here, going for a high kick or angling it for out of bounds?
I'd angle it for out of bounds because I don't know that he can control it. Good snap.
That's exactly what he's done.
Punt. Good punt.
Look at that.
Good punt.
Should be about
that
the
was
5.
great.
See where he marks it.
He's walking back to the
5.
Great
Yard line.
punt.
So 95 yards is what the Chargers will have to go. 1st and 10 from the 5-yard line. When you have a team pinned this deep, do you tend to blitz more often?
Oh, yes.
Or more
yes.
than you normally would have?
I would, but because they've not handled your pressure tonight at all. So let's see what happens here. And Cox Mill's just going to try to get some positive yardage.
Pitch out to the right side. He's got a little running room. He's going to be brought down around the 10-yard line. Cleaves, the ball carrier.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know if we said this enough Friday night, and the fans that are watching are seeing it. 5, 4, and 9 are 3 really good athletes for Cox Mill. They are problems if they get in the open.
It's 4 the guy that took the opening kickoff.
Yes.
It's quick.
Yes.
2nd and 2 for Cox Mill. 4:42 to go here in this third quarter. Man in motion. Hand it right up the middle again.
That's a good play for him.
And it'll be
got
close.
It'll
be close to a first down. Looks like they'll give him about 3-4 yards. So that'll be a 1st and 10 and move the chains.
See, that's good for Cox Mill, because what that does is that sets up a little confidence, because on that right side right there, they were able to move us. They caught us in a blitz. They picked up the blitz, opened up the gap, and they ran a little inside counter with their wing back or their up back for probably 5 or 6 yards. That's a great play. The wing set's on this side now. Well, he was the last time, too. He ran a counter. Let's see what they do. So they got empty set.
Franklin still in at quarterback. He calls the shots. He's going to call his own number.
Holding.
Flag come in.
It's going to be a hold.
Took a shot.
Yeah, he did.
Armstrong on the tackle.
Usually if the umpire throws it right there, it's a hold, but he threw it quick. So let's see what happens. Let's see if I'm right. Oh, chop block.
Chop block against
I knew that happened pretty fast.
the Chargers.
Folks, y'all are not seeing what I'm seeing, but I did feel the ground move. John Bunden just walked into the press box.
What's up, family?
The legend.
It's good to see you all.
It's good to be seen. As I heard somebody say a minute ago, John Bunden, it's better to be seen than viewed.
Amen. That's right.
Jonathan Bunden does have a face for TV. He needs to be on the sideline.
It's good to see the boys coming alive tonight.
If we can just get the antennas to work, we would put him on the visitor sidelines.
Local pastor arrested for inciting a riot.
Franklin calls the shots. He calls his own. He's looking to pass under pressure.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Nobody to throw it to
no.
but a Mountaineer player, and not able to pull it in.
John Bunn, we could trust you over there, though, because you were very demure.
Yes.
That's the word. That's the word that's trending right now.
Oh, is that trending?
Yes, it is. Saw it on TikTok, even though I don't have a TikTok. You're very demure.
Nice.
2nd and 17, 3:48 to go here in this third quarter. Mountaineer football brought to you in part by the Keens Mountain Touchdown Club.
3:48.
Cox Mill kind of in a bunch formation. Franklin makes the call under pressure really quick. They're going to pull him down
Safety.
In the end zone, and they're going to call it a safety. First safety for Kings Mountain this season. Puts 2 more on the board.
Points. Maybe 2 points. And that's why you bring pressure when they're down by the goal.
While they get ready, we'll take a break. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football. Stay with us after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in with us, trying to catch an update on our scoreboard for Farm Bureau, CNC Scrap, Iron, and Metal. Denise Wright with Caldwell Banker, Just In Time Plumbing in 133 West. I think we understood that the Crest Burns were going to start back at 7 tonight. So I've got Craig looking to see if there's any updates, if they did indeed start back at 7 tonight.
Jay said a moment ago that there was 10:25 left in the third quarter. I don't see anything on the Gazette, but if you'll give me a moment, I'll go to NC Preps because I'm sure there are some games tonight, and I'll see what I can pull up.
Well, thank you so much
Not
for those
NC Preps, Max
scoreboard
Preps.
sponsors. Also sponsored by a very large wasp that keeps visiting my area.
Yes.
Mountaineers getting ready for the, what's the official term for this? Just punt or sideline warning for Kings Mountain?
Don't know the answer to that, Drew.
What's the official term for this kick, Craig? Is it punt? Is it?
Well, it's your punt.
I think you can punt.
It's not
or
a drop kick.
Place kick.
It's not.
Yes, you can.
So they'll kick the Kings Mountain one way or another. We'll take it. It's a live ball. We'll go out of bounds around the 30, 29, 28-yard line. So if we take that penalty, where does the ball get placed?
35.
So, Drew, I do have a couple. Colwell Banker Farm Bureau 133 West, Just-in-Time Plumbing, CNC Scrap Metal, Iron and Scrap Metal scoreboards. Scoreboard update. Crest is now up 32-14 over Burns. One game we were talking about Friday that interested us that's finishing today, Lake Norman and Statesville. Statesville is up 28-14 in the third quarter. There are several other games today, but there are none that would interest us that are near us or that would have any effect on us. Most of the teams that we play or will play were able to take care of business on Friday night or Saturday, and we've already mentioned those. But I'll keep an update on the Crest score as we go.
So Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from the Charger 45-yard line.
Guys, help me out. The ball went out of bounds at the 30.
Well, because it was the kick after the safety is why.
So is the penalty marked off from where they kicked it? 25 yards from the kick spot. Okay.
All right.
Official
Armstrong hands it off to Hill, trying to find a running room.
Field.
Does 40, 35. Hill brought down right before the 30-yard line, bring up a big first down. It's about a 12, 13-yard carry for Hill over on the left side.
Boy, number 4 came up a little slow after making that tackle. Great open field tackle on Josiah.
Cleaves a big part of this Cox Mill team. Armstrong heads it off left side this time. Hill trying to find some run room,
Great
not
play
able
by
to do
7.
so. And that's Bright on the tackle, Micah Bright for the Chargers. 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter.
Josiah coming up a little gimpy after that good tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
I was going to say it may have hit his knee when he went down on the turf.
Quick whistles.
We weren't set.
Been a little sloppy tonight.
Well, it's to be expected. I mean, based on when we started and what we're dealing with. I mean, it's tough.
You think when you start to get up this big in a game, you a little bit of lack of focus?
Sure.
Well, you know what I'm glad to see is we talked about this Friday. Is I couldn't football's always been a game of momentum, and I couldn't really pinpoint who had the momentum.
Yeah.
I mean, Kings Mountain looked like they had it for a little bit, but then would lose it to Cox Mill, and Cox Mill would have it and kind of lose it. So I don't think there was a really clear team that had the momentum, but Kings Mountain, I mean, just right off the bat. Right over the middle, 30-yard line, still on his feet to the 25. He'll get a flag on the play.
So there's a penalty thrown by the side judge over here.
Antonio's looking a little guilty.
Yeah, I think they still called it on Antonio.
Here again. Just
So
don't
blocking it back against
need
Kings
to.
Mountain.
What gets me is, well, never mind.
Is that a spot foul?
Yes.
So
It'll be from the spot where it happened. Yes.
Be at the 35. 2nd and 13.
2nd and 13 for Mountaineers. Ball at the 35-yard line of the Chargers.
2 minutes, clock running, third quarter.
Armstrong looking for the end zone all the way to Tex. He
Oh, what a
catches it.
throw.
Touchdown, Kings Mountain.
Beautiful throw from TJ to Tex. Guys, I think his numbers are going to continue to stack up this year. First 2 games are any indication of that young man's
William
talent.
Vaughn, just a junior, 6'6", 221 pounds.
And guys, I'm telling you, down on the field, I'm not a short guy. I mean, I'm 6'2". He is a big young man. Really? Jonathan says he can sing, too.
Rom will attempt the extra point. Ball's up. Looks good from here, and it is. They'll add on one more. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football. Stay with us right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Loos, DR Horton Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, the Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters.
Because if he gets a 15-yarder, Coach Aaron will kill him.
We're back.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Matt Rom will get ready to kick it off again for Kings Mountain, 40-7. Still in the third quarter, 1:51 to go here in the third. We started at a 7-14 score. About 8 minutes to go. Was it 8 minutes to go in the second quarter?
Yes.
Game is moving along.
Matt Rom all the way to around the 3. He'll taking himself up to the 20, looking for a hole. 25, still trying to get out of trouble. Across the 30, 35, 40. He'll be brought down before he gets to the timeline. Flag on the play.
They're going to call it for late, but I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, they're. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, what are you supposed to do when you're in bounds and you grab his jersey and you fall out of bounds?
So 1st and 10 regardless for Cox Mill. Their offense will come back on the field.
That's terrible.
After the officials get fussed at by the Mountaineer coaching staff.
Well, I just don't understand.
They'll mark it all the way to the Kings Mountain 40-yard line.
Someone texted me earlier and said they thought the officials were wanting to speed it up, letting some of the plays go. It seems like the last few minutes, penalty after penalty after penalty.
This third quarter has lasted forever. No. I agree, because it's the continuation of the play. So I don't know why.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a call on the field.
1st and
Here we
10,
go.
40-yard line. Franklin with a quick pitch out to number
That's
4.
going
He's going to
nowhere.
get eat up quickly. That's Cleves, the ball carrier.
They're
He'll
gonna
lose maybe 9 yards on that.
And they're going to call Thomas Fair for the tackle because of the way he threw him to the ground.
He slammed him too hard.
Excessive blocking.
You're not allowed really to kind of pick him up and.
Official call
That's
is
right.
face mask against Kings Mountain.
See, that call I can understand. The late hit out of bounds. I
So
cannot.
it'll go all the way up to almost a first down. So it'll be 1st and 1.
Instead of a 6-yard loss.
Franklin once again drops back to pass. He's in the pocket right over the middle, but he's going to get eat up before he gets back to the sticks.
Great play.
No first down, second down.
Armed with a lot of Mountaineers
Right there
in on
at the
that
line of
tackle.
scrimmage. So the screen did not work for the Cox Mill Chargers. Looking to the sidelines for another call.
Got trips on the near side. Might try a little bubble screen to 4. Defense is playing pretty off.
Franklin real quick to number 4. It's Cleaves. He'll make it all the way down close to the 20-yard line, 21-yard line. That'll bring a first down. 38 seconds to go here in this third quarter.
Guys, that seems like a pretty easy play to execute. I mean, the safety's the one 15 yards off of him. Number 4, your most electric player on offense.
Yeah.
Just catch the ball, throw it out there. He's going to pick up 8, 9 yards.
Straight to Cleaves that time. He'll get maybe 5 yards on the play. Maybe 6. Bring up a second down.
It's a good run on first down.
Dakota Smith on the stop for Kings Mountain. They'll go to the line real quick in the jumbo package. Once again, Cleaves with a handoff to Franklin. Nowhere to go in the backfield. They'll drop him, lose some yardage, bring up a third down.
Wow. Wow.
And that is the end of the third quarter. So we'll go to fourth quarter. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
That again.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Getting ready for the last quarter of action. Mountaineers up 40-7. But the Cox Mill Chargers on the move. Big third down play right here. I would definitely have to assume this is 4-down territory.
Absolutely.
3rd and 8.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Cleaves and Franklin once again in the backfield. Franklin this time will be the quarterback. Fakes it to Cleaves, rolls out to his right looking for the end zone. Mountaineers break it up.
Gash did a great job turning back to the ball.
4th down, and Cox Mill looks to maybe be setting up for a field goal. They'll set up for a field goal. I mean, I get that. I mean, you know, the 3 points is not going to really help them in this game, but this game is just a practice for your conference season. When it all comes down to it. Ziegler will attempt the extra point.
Wow.
Ball is up. A little short, but it is good. So they'll tap on 3 points.
Went through Eli's hands.
We'll take a break. Mountaineers lead it 40-10. Fourth quarter, more Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by the venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water. Christie Sellers with Allen Tate Realty.
Have any of those?
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. 11:48 to go in the fourth quarter. Mountaineers waiting for the kickoff by the Cox-Mill Chargers. They were able to put three points on the board. Mountaineers lead it by 30.
Scott, talk to me about coaching. At this point, fourth quarter, big lead. We still keeping starters in on both sides, or are we working in some other guys?
Well, I think you're going to keep your starting OL in because
of course.
I don't think we have a lot of depth there, but I think we'll see some changes probably at quarterback to work on more timing with them and maybe running back. I'm not sure. I've only seen so far Gash and McIntyre and JoJo run the ball. Little pooch kick.
It'll be short. Mountaineers will field at 25-yard line. Looking for a hole, brings it up to around the 30. So Mountaineers will take a 1st and 10 around the 30-yard line. There is some laundry on the field. Flag on the far side of the field around the 34-yard line.
Come on, guys. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Cox-Mill.
Hey.
Just a little frustration call.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Chargers.
So we have Darion is in at quarterback, Dixon Velez.
McIntyre in at halfback.
Trips to this side, single receiver top.
Hand it off to McIntyre left side. Not a lot of running room. He beats 1 or 2 tackles, brings it up to the 50. Big 4-yard gain.
Kind of wasn't much there. I thought he turned upfield and slipped
he
right through that.
I agree, Jeff. He made a really good run out of not much.
2nd and 6, 11-17 and counting in this ball game. Check in a few minutes, see if there's any updates on the Burns Crest venture tonight. Dixon Velez once again, he keeps the ball himself this time, looking for some running room on the right side, gets 1 or 2 yards. They'll bring him down, bring up a 3rd and maybe 3.
That's good pursuit in the open field by Cox-Mill.
I don't know if the play just wasn't there, or that was just designed for him to take over on the right side.
It was a read, Drew. They ran. It was basically a zone read to the left where he was reading what the end did. So he didn't give the ball to Tyler and pulled it and went around the right side.
I think he made the right read.
He did.
Secondary was one that made the tackle.
Cox-Mill just came up quick. Yeah.
Hitting the ball off left side. That's McIntyre once again. He misses 1 or 2 tackles, breaks free. He's crossed the first down marker.
I'd like to give a shout out right there to Jack Kaiser. That was a great block. What Jack had his man isolated. The only thing I'd change about it is Jack could move his left foot and work around to the guys outside and block back inside. Be a little bit more of a run, but still a good setup block by Jack.
Good 7-yard carry from McIntyre. New set of downs and a Charger on the field. We'll take a break. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by the Venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water, Christie Sellers with Allen Tate Realty.
Back here live as they finish tending to the man on the field. We'll take another pause for the call. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Lou's, D.R. Horson Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, the Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters,
Getting ready to resume action. 10 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Mountaineers up 40-10. Mountaineers on the move. 1st and 10 from the 38, from the 39. Darion hands the ball off right up the middle. They're going to push the pile. Not a bad run after it's marked off. He'll gain maybe four yards on to bring up a 2nd down and 6.
I'm going to say, Drew, our offensive line has played well in this game. I know Coach Cruz worked them really hard this past week before the Friday game, and today, like that right there, that was a great hole to run through with Jamal and Braden there on the A-gap on the right side.
Greg, they almost seemed a little tighter tonight than they did Friday.
I agree, and they're maintaining blocks. We've had clean pockets to throw in.
Yep.
We're doing much better up front.
Give all the credit there to the kids and Kevin Cruz. That's Dixon Velez. He's wide open across the 20. He's going to make to the 15-yard line before he runs out of bounds.
That was a
Big
great
first down play.
A great read by DDV, because I'm telling you, that was set up, looked almost like an RPO, and he saw nothing but turf in front of him and pulled it and ran. And that's part of his game that we have that we have to get exploit very well.
What I'm curious as the season goes on, how many packages are going to include both quarterbacks in the backfield?
Yeah.
Because he's got some speed.
Yeah. When talking to Coach Bolton after the Shelby game, he talked about that and could they get it in, and maybe that's what this will show them and this will be used for.
Hands the ball off the left side. That's McIntyre again, looking for a block, looking for a hole. He'll be run out around the 5-yard line.
That was a great cut by Tyler.
Yes.
Out to the outside. And all I'd say, we had a good block on the outside with Isaiah. If Isaiah will work to the outside of that man just a little more, but we got a flag.
Flag on the play, holding against Kings Mountain. That would have been a 1st down play. Would have been 1st and goal from the 5. 9:04 to go here in this fourth quarter. Wherever you are tonight, thank you so much for tuning in to Mountaineer Football, KMHS Sports, and the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club.
Well, even going back to the Shelby game, I didn't think Dixon Velez played bad. I mean, he had a couple fumbles there before they made the quarterback change, but I thought he made some good throws and decisions in that game, early in the Shelby game.
I agree with that.
Dixon Velez changes the protection.
Ooh, almost got him.
McIntyre still in as your halfback. And the ball off right up the left side. He'll be stopped.
I'll tell you what, Cox Mill did a great job right there. Coming through, we had get their player. I want to make sure I give him the credit. Number 6, yes. Dominic Schwind, a senior. Their outside linebacker probably won't be their sandbacker or their strongbacker on the right side there. He shot the gap. He just got past us. We weren't able to pick him up. Made a play in the backfield.
Looked like there might have been a little miscommunication with the blocking scheme.
I think so,
too.
too.
The linemen were talking after that play.
Yes, I agree with you, Jeff. I don't think that we shifted and slid and blocked like we were going to.
And ball off.
There we go.
Left side. He's got some running room up to the 5, getting close to the goal line. He'll be marked out around the 2-yard line. That should be good enough for a 1st down and 1st and goal from around the 2.
McIntyre's had some good runs.
He has. He made a good cut off that on the left side there. But I tell you what, Landon Stewart for Cox Mill shot through there and almost had the tackle in the backfield. So we got a wing set. It's really a trip set. So we've got a wing and then 2 receivers to the right, single receiver down here to the boundary. McIntyre still in the backfield. Now he's shifting sides.
McIntyre gives you a little different running style compared to Josiah.
And that's
Great
play. In the backfield.
Here again.
McIntyre.
Great play by Micah Bright.
Bright's had a number of plays in the backfield.
2nd and goal from the 7.
I think a lot of that is just that's pre-snap. He's diagnosing that before we even hand that ball off.
Well, and I'll tell you, too, what they're doing with us having that wing set to that side, the Micah Bright young man, number 7, he's an overhang. So he's an outside backer, but he's outside a little bit.
Run.
He's got a clear shot. So I probably going back and looking at the film, we didn't do a good job picking him up. Like right there, we didn't again. We didn't do a good job picking him up, but McIntyre cut underneath. That's the problem you have with an overhang like that or a defensive end. If they come upfield too much, you do force it back inside.
Correct.
Which is what we did, or he did. He forced the run inside like he's supposed to, but he didn't have enough help there quick enough.
So 3rd and goal from the 4. McIntyre back in. 3 receiver set. He'll keep it himself. That's Dixon Velez trying to get away. He's drugged down behind the line of scrimmage, so we'll lose yardage. And the Mountaineers look to run the field goal team back out.
Well,
great play by Luke Calloway right there for Cox Mill.
Great stop by Cox Mill altogether, keeping us, of course, that penalty helped them, but keeping us out of the end zone. I think it was more of that penalty that really threw us off more than anything else.
Got a
25-yard field goal
block team here.
And the kick is up.
He missed it.
And it is no good. So the Chargers will take over right there. We'll take a break. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football. Stay with us.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design.
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Thank you so much. Mountaineers miss a field goal, a 25-yarder attempt. Ooh. Little double reverse. The ball still live, 2-yard line. Mountaineers will wrap him up.
They're going to get him on the 1.
They're
going to give him forward progress to the 4. Yeah.
Who was the first Mountaineer to blow that up?
Drew, I'll go back to something you said, too, about our last offensive drive. I think it hurt us with the penalty, but I give credit to Cox Mill's defense.
Oh, yeah.
They bowed their neck and held us to a field goal attempt. That's a win for them.
Sliding the ball to the 4-yard line. 2nd down. Long way.
I was told that was Cole Groves that blew that play up.
Cole's a good player.
Looks like 3-yard line. 2nd down. Ball's on the ground again. Mountaineers giving chase
Safety.
out of the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
So that is
Smart
a
play.
Safety.
Smart play by the quarterback.
The Mountaineers will put 2 more on the board.
That snap never had a chance.
Defense will get credited with 2 safeties tonight, which they should. They've played lights out all night long.
They have. Jeff, to your point, the snap didn't have a chance because I'm telling you, I think he felt the pressure of Antonio and Cole coming there, shooting the A-gaps, and Cole backed off. But that's tough.
It's hard because you don't know which one's going to.
Let's take a break. We'll be back. More Mountaineer football right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by the Venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water, Christie Cellars with Allen Tate Realty.
Back here at John Gamble Stadium, Mountaineers lead at 42-10. 5:17 to go here in this ball game. second kickoff of the night after a safety. Last time they kicked it out of bounds, gave the Mountaineers great field position to work with. He'll stay in bounds this time around the 28-yard line, crosses the 40, 45, jumps the man, which I think is a penalty.
It is.
That was the right
high
call.
school.
It is.
Pushed him with two hands on the back of his jersey.
Unless it's something that would help prevent injury.
One here and there.
Which I don't know how you're going to judge that.
As a block.
Maybe Terry Prince can tell us. Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10, but from where, we don't know.
Terry's probably turned the game off by now and is watching a show on Netflix with Amy. The official in the box up here just told us it's running the clock that when the 2 feet are on the ground, you can't jump. But there is a flag up top, too, so we'll see what happens.
Both on us. Personal foul.
Personal foul against the Mountaineers.
Now, that's not a play. They can't take both penalties, can
No,
they?
they get the choice of either one, yeah.
So the Mountaineers will take over 1st and 10 from around the 32-yard line.
Jeff, to your point, the only time that you can take multiple penalties is if it's a dead ball.
Like happened earlier.
Yes.
Yep.
If one of them is a dead ball.
5:07 to go here in this ball game. Mountaineers trying to wrap this game up.
Trip set up top. Single receiver in the down here on the numbers.
Dixon Velez, once again, your quarterback, hands it off to number 4 over on the left side, looking for some running room. Misses one tackle, but can't miss any more. That's Jaden Williams, a junior, 5'10", 155 pounds. He'll lose maybe 2 yards, bring up a 2nd and 12. 4:48 to go here in this ball game.
6'3", 285, senior Adrian Barner. Excuse me, I hiccuped in the microphone. Number 72. There I did it again. My goodness. In it right. Yeah, dadgummit. I'm going to quit talking. Left tackle.
It was a good one. 3. Do like I do with my kids. I'm going to scare you.
Hand the ball off one more time. It's Williams. Nowhere to go. Bring up a 3rd down.
Seems we are content to run the ball, and Cox Mill is aware of that.
He'll lose 2 more yards.
Teeing off on our running backs. Looks like Kings Mountain's playing some other players. Looks like Cox Mill is playing some other players as well.
Quick whistles.
Delay.
Kings Mountain with a delay of game, so they'll back them up another 5. Still 3rd down. 3:37 to go here in this ball game.
Coach Aaron making some notes. I'm sure he's wanting to work on some formations. I got the hiccups. I'm sorry, and get rid of some of these penalties.
3rd and 19.
Dixon Velez under pressure, trying to get away. He'll miss 1 or 2. He'll just get rid of the ball. Incomplete. Bring up a 4th down, so the Mountaineer punt team will come back on the field. Jaden Williams, the intended receiver, is thrown a little bit low under pressure. Vance Johnson back in to punt the ball away for Kings Mountain. It's been a while since we've had to punt the ball. Franklin back around the 48-yard line to receive it. And quick whistles, flags on the play. Mountaineers with some happy feet. Cost them 5 more, still 4th down. 3:10 to go here in this ball game, live from John Gamble Stadium.
Coach is not going to be happy with the way we're finishing here. Good snap.
Ooh, good job getting that off.
Great punt. And
He'll
good
get
downfield
brought down,
coverage.
no return
Jaden
whatsoever.
Jaden Williams with a great coverage downfield.
42-yard line. No, they're going to give him around the 44, 45-yard line, 1st and 10. Coxmill will take over there. We'll have to see the Butler Outdoor Player Design Player of the Week. We won't have a coaches show, but we'll find out who that is and make sure we put it out there for the Butler Outdoor Design Player of the Game. Trying to get that out.
Well, Drew, I think what we can do though, if we'll have them for this game, we'll just announce it next Sunday, and then we'll do it again for the Burns game if we win that game. What can't we do too?
We could.
Yeah, because we're going to talk about both games.
Of course, we don't pick the player of the game.
No, I know.
It's picked by coaching staff. Yeah. But for me, I almost have to give it to Tex.
Yeah.
He made some big plays and some touchdown plays that were outstanding for Kings Mountain tonight.
TJ has thrown the ball well tonight,
he has.
too. And I'm going to say,
he would be a good candidate.
I'm going to say our offensive line needs some credit. Like I said earlier, they have played tremendously tonight and played well. You can tell Coach Cruz has helped a lot.
Well, you got the defensive line that's gotten two safeties tonight, too.
Yes.
So it's hard to say who the coach is. He might lose a little sleep after trying to pick out who the Butler Outdoor Design Player of the Game. I can't get that out for some reason.
No, you're good.
Sorry about that, Butlers.
We got some subs on defense now, too, at linebacker. Let me let the play run, and I'll tell you what some people we got in.
2nd down. Fakes the pitch, going to keep it himself. He's got some running room. Mountaineers are going to bring him down after a big, about 15-yard gain. 1st down for the Chargers.
Talk about Jameer Kennedy. Zamuri Morton is in at corner, number 21, which is awesome. We're also seeing for the first time Coley Peters, junior, number 39, playing linebacker, opposite Cole Groves at backer. Bryce Yon is in.
Quick pass caught, 1st down,
Great
and
play.
then a few more. So big 1st down play for Kings Mountain. 10-18 to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Tripped up by Kennedy and Dakota Smith over there too. Actually, I apologize. I said Bryce Yon was in. It's Isaiah Branch is at safety.
Still kind of running the double wing bunch formation.
They're doing
Frederick throws it right over to the end zone.
He dropped it.
Incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Drew, to your point, they brought that double wing set in, almost like a heavy set. They've got extra protection to try to keep the pocket clean. Jemian Husky, number 25, is coming in the game.
Is that a little bit too little, too late?
Probably. They got a little something cooking with that, so Husky's going in at safety.
Same formation. Franklin calls his own number. He's going to scramble, tries to pick up the 1st down. He's going to be short, maybe a yard.
Several Mountaineers in on that tackle. Good hustle over there.
3rd down, clock still running. He's in bounds, 150 and counting.
Coley Peters in there. Tristan Presley's coming off now for the Mountaineers.
They'll run a few more fresh guys on the field. They don't give them as much as I did, so it'll be 3rd and about a long 2, or short 3. Over on the left side, he's going to get the 1st down.
I'm going to tell you something. They're fighting for it, but I'm also going to tell you this. Our guys that are in there that are playing, they've got some subs in for us as well. And like KJ, number 35, KJ Baker Parker, playing hard. He's playing defensive tackle against a guy that's way bigger than him and holding his own.
First and goal from the 4.
Direct snap to 22. And he's
and
in.
They'll get in. Touchdown, Cox Mill.
So as a direct snap to Mason Emery, a great run. He's only a sophomore.
So Cox Mill will line up for the extra point.
I know we don't want to give up a touchdown there, but it's good for these guys to get some experience on the field.
Yeah, I agree.
I have seen days when the Kings Mountains run the first string offense back, the defense
Yeah.
back on there
To preserve a
just to
shutout.
keep that.
Yeah.
But we all need practice. Ball is up, under pressure, and it's good. So they'll tack on the extra point. Stay with us. More Mountaineer football to come right after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Loos, DR Horton Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, the Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters.
Back here, John Gamble Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in. A minute 18 to go here in this ball game. Mountaineers will get out of here with a win. They'll go to 1-1 on the season. Cox Mill will fall to 0-2. And it doesn't get much easier for Cox Mill
West
after
Charlotte.
this game.
West Charlotte
They
this
have
week.
to. Is it travel? They play West Charlotte at Cox Mill. Mountaineers will stay home and host the Burns Bulldogs in a big county matchup. 7 o'clock right here at John Gamble Stadium. Kind of a short kick, but he's done that pretty much all day long. Be returned 25-yard line, trying to get it across the 30. Ball's on the ground, but picked back up.
Get down.
Go down, go down, go down.
Kings Mountain trying to still make
Go
some out of
down.
it.
Wow.
That's when penalties happen. When you're fighting for extra yards, you don't have to.
Injuries happen. too.
I meant to say injury. I said penalty.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I knew
injury.
what you meant.
Yeah.
I was going to say that's when you lose the ball. So 1st and 10 for Kings Mountain at the 27-yard line. Mountaineers will send an offense back up. Really, they could kneel it. They could go victory formation. I
Couple
don't think
handoffs.
Cox Mill would stop the clock. But they're not in victory formation, so they'll at least hand the ball off. Hand the ball off left side, nowhere to go. He'll be wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Clock is running. Depends on when they start the clock, whether Kings Mountain will even have to run another play.
Yeah.
And we will have to run another
One
play.
more.
So, Drew, real quick, while we're waiting on that to play, the Colwell Banker Farm Bureau 133 West Just-in-Time Plumbing C&C Scrap Iron and Metal scoreboard update. Only game of interest for us with less than 4 minutes to go. Burns has closed the game to now 32-27.
Wow.
Crest is still winning, but there's under 4 minutes. I don't know who has the ball.
The good thing about playing on Monday and having a turnaround play on Friday is the fact that your opponent has to do the same thing.
Yes.
So normally I would not like to do it.
No.
But since they're having to do it, they're having to do the same thing we are. And they took a knee. So that's the final score. Mountaineers will win 42-17. Stay with us. We'll wrap this game up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this.
KMHS Sports is sponsored by Carter Bank and Trust, Brittany Austin and Company Real Estate, Flooring America, Dellinger's Jewel Shop, JWH Contracting, Butler Outdoor Design, KMHS Sports is sponsored by the Venue at Turkey Ridge, Xenia Home Building, Innovative Pools, Butler Tire and Auto, Long Branch Land and Water, Christie Sellers with Allen Tate Realty, KMHS Sports is sponsored by Lickety Lou's, DR Horton Home Building, John Gamble and Carolina Golf, Allen & Sons Construction, the Imperial Mercantile and Outfitters,
Back here live, John Gamble Stadium. Conclusion, Mountaineers win 42-17, go to 1-1 on the season. Coxmill falls to 0-2. They've got West Charlotte at home next week. And then we have Burns here Friday night. Burns right now closed the gap, so they could wind up winning against Crest. We'll just have to see what happens on then. But Friday night, we'll be right here back at John Gamble Stadium. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you all the sponsors. Thank you, Marie and David Brinkley. Thank you to the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club. And, of course, thank you for everybody that's helped out tonight, to Mike Gann, Jeff Johnson, and then, of course, Craig Short. And thank you also to our spouses that give us the opportunity and the time to put this together. Thank you so much. We'll see you Friday night here at John Gamble Stadium. Come out, come early. It's going to be a packed crowd. We'll see you next time.
This has been a presentation of KMHS Sports and the Kings Mountain Touchdown Club.